There's a packaging item in the packaging industry that closes 4 out of every 4 demonstrations it gets. 4 out of 4. That's 1,000. I'm David Marinac, 35 years in the specialized packaging space, selling Hoover, Moen, Corning Glass, Cisco, even H.J. Heinz. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly why this product is not selling, because the same thing is probably happening in your packaging company. This particular item is a blown stretch film, not cast stretch film. Now, regular cast stretch film gets stretched around a pallet and begins to lose its stretchiness almost immediately. This one shrinks instead of stretching. It holds the entire trip. It's like a giant bungee cord around the load, pulling the pallet and pulling the packages on the pallet tight for the entire trip, even in storage. Film costs are down 50%. The number of times someone has to walk around a pallet, down 50%. The wrap time a machine has to wrap it around, down 50%. No bending, no reaching, etc. That's not a better roll of stretch wrap, however. That's a different product that happens to come on a roll. Listen closely. Because it looks like every other stretch film on Earth, it gets cast aside like it's stretch film. It's clear, it's on a roll, so it goes on a pallet. So it lands on the purchasing person's desk and gets filed under stretch wrap. Price per roll against every other roll. At that point, the engineering I've described here is irrelevant. It's a roll, it's plastic, it's what's your price, this is what we're going to pay, etc. Here's the rule. Write this down. If it looks like a commodity, it gets priced like a commodity every single time, which means a unique product like this cannot be sold the ordinary way, ever. It has to be sold uniquely or it dies on a price sheet. The buyer here is not your audience. He scored on unit price. That's his entire job. He's never going to care your film cuts labor or damage, because none of that lands on his review. Stop wasting your rep's time even attempting this. The person who cares is somewhere else in the building. Could be an operations manager who's measured on how many pallets go out the door. Could be a safety manager sitting on his 3rd back strain workers' comp claim of the year, looking at another claim more than every roll he'll ever decide down the road. It's a sustainability person who has to report a plastic number to corporate and has no idea how to do this. These people feel the pain in their own numbers. They have a budget authority purchasing does not have, and they'll pay a premium gladly because to them, it isn't the film, it's not the product. It's their problem going away. Now think about it. It's their problem going away. That's how a product like this becomes a margin builder instead of a commodity. And it's how you get an account you've been locked out of for years, because once you're in, you can sell them every other packaging item you have. And here's where the whole industry is stuck. For 25 years, reaching those people was the rep's job. You hired a guy, gave him a territory and a trunk full of samples. And hunting was just part of the salary. That stopped. The reps became order takers. They farm the accounts they already have and they don't forage for any more. Every sales manager in the industry knows it, and most of them will admit it if you asked them. But the salary line never changed. So you're still paying full freight for hunting that stopped 10 years ago. And even if your reps did hunt, it wouldn't work now because the decision maker of these companies has changed too. It's not the buyer who buys unique packaging products. It's the operations manager, and they're not taking your call. He's not opening a blind email. He's not sitting at lunch returning a call or searching for a roll of plastic. He researches quietly on his own weeks before anybody talks to a salesperson. And by the time he agrees to a meeting, he's already decided what he's interested in. So the meeting your rep is chasing isn't anywhere the decision maker gets made. It's where it gets confirmed. You educate them now before anybody contacts them. Find the exact people who own that pain. Not a list, not a territory, the specific operations, safety, sustainability people in the company that handle these types of problems. Get real information in front of them where they're actually looking and care before a rep ever picks up the phone. Then they raise their hand. Then they come to you saying, I need that. I need this packaging product. And yet your rep isn't convincing anybody. He's closing somebody who's already decided, which, by the way, is the only thing most reps were ever good at in the first place. That's what packaging intelligence is. That's what packaging intelligence does. Targeting, research, education, run before a contact ever hears from you. And that's not marketing. Marketing talks at people. This gets them coming to you. Here's where every one of these conversations normally dies. Somebody asks what it costs, and the second there's a number to it, everything stops. Because the industry spent 25 years getting access for free, and paying for it feels wrong, even though the free version quit working 10 years ago. Nobody in your building works for free. Not you, not your manager, and not your reps. But access here is supposed to be free? Nonsense. That's the whole reason why nothing changes in this business. It's not the products. The products are fine, and some of them are unbelievably efficient, like this one. But it takes someone willing to do something different. And different is never free. So go pull your last 24 months and count only the accounts somebody in your packaging company went out and found. Not renewals, not referrals that walk by, and divide that by the number of reps you pay for. If that number looks fine, everything else in your company, great. If it doesn't, then somewhere in your line right now is a product closing 4 out of 4 that nobody's ever heard of. My point with all of this is to quite clearly explain packaging sales of specialized item can get your reps in the door, can get your reps past the Betty the Clerk buyer, get to selling at higher margins, higher sales that repeat, and stop this commodity world that unfortunately our industry is stuck in. I hope this makes sense. I hope you'll check out our other videos that we've got, whether they're playlists, all related to the packaging industry, many related to packaging sales, and the opportunities that are awaiting our packaging reps for those companies that want to do something different. I hope this helps. Thanks.